Now, the Joburg Crisis Alliance will be engaging political parties in the City of Johannesburg over the deterioration of service delivery in the metro. The body is made up of a number of organisations, including the Kathrada Foundation and Organisation Undoing Tax Abuse, among others. It comes in the wake of reports that Johannesburg's water grid is in danger of collapsing. The city needs billions to upgrade and maintain the infrastructure. Meanwhile, Veronica Makhoali is in the Johannesburg suburb of Brixton and joins us now. Veronica, good afternoon to you. You've had some engagement with members of this community. What are the expectations from these conversations this afternoon?
Well, residents have given an expectation that they are hoping that the City of Johannesburg will hear their issues in regards to service delivery shortfalls, especially the water crisis that has been happening across Metro as well, across areas in Johannesburg, but specifically here in Brixton, where we know that often here where there is a water interruption, it will last not only days, but oftentimes weeks. The JCA has been engaging with political parties, including the DA, ANC, Rise Mzansi, as well as Action SA, on a way forward and also addressing some of that political instability that we see. But residents have also issued something that I think is quite important to mention, that they believe that there's a sense in the City of Johannesburg that they often use service delivery and access to basic human rights as a bargaining chip when it comes to political issues. They believe that often you'll see political parties whether rendering a service or hindering it due, of course, to the political atmosphere and very tumultuous political atmosphere that we see in the City of Johannesburg. Now, civic organizations have been, of course, been part and parcel of this conversation and this dialogue happening today. And joining me is the board member of the Kathrada Foundation, Phumla Williams. Phumla, I think just answering a question on the issue of seeing how political parties and the residents accusing the instability here of them not really receiving the service deliveries that, you know, they are promised and rightfully deserve.
Thank you very much, Veronica. I think you're correct in saying that as civil society, one of the resolutions we took in November was that it's well and good that we organize ourselves around the issues that bother us as citizens. But I think we do need to take these issues to engage with the political parties that are in the council. And today's events, I think they're very encouraging, because what came across from the inputs from the citizens is that we don't care about political parties. We care about our services. We do want you, in whatever engagements that you have as in the council, you need to understand that you are there to represent the needs of the residents of the Johannesburg city. And we are here to try and work with yourselves, not on political lines, but on the basis of you serving us as the citizens. I think it has come across, even though we are not yet finished, but the political parties, they did realize that fighting amongst themselves is not going to help us to achieve the Johannesburg city that we all want. And I think that's the most positive thing about this summit. And we still are going to be deliberating after lunch on what should be the way forward. But I think for just the morning sessions, we are quite encouraged by the inputs that we have received from the political parties, and also they have received the sentiment of the citizens that we do want you to serve us. We don't care about your political parties, but we want you to serve us as the resident and as ratepayers of this particular metropolitan.
Another issue that came out from, the dialogue inside the recreational center here was the matter, of course, of utilities themselves. In the City of Johannesburg, we know that residents here are served by Joburg Water, by City Power, as well as the Johannesburg Roads Agency. There seems to be somewhat of a broken system or a broken chain in regards to how those utilities work together. And residents say they are at pains at trying to get these utilities to work together, often saying they can't get their lights on because the water is broken, and they can't get the road closed because Joburg Water is not done. Where then do we bring in the utilities in this conversation?
I think what was useful in the deliberation, which I'm hoping the political parties will take forward, that the IDP processes that they normally engage with communities, because I think the fallback all the time is always that we are engaging communities of what their needs are. What has come out very clearly is that people are feeling those IDPs are just box ticking and they want a proper engagement. If the Johannesburg city or power or municipality on maintenance is not working, they have to sit down and find ways. And I'm hoping after this they will go back and reflect about these public participations that they do, because there is a consensus that they are not working, and the problems, they need to be fixed, and they have to engage with communities in an honest manner so that we can help one another, because I think they did realize today that communities are not fighting municipalities. They want to work with them. They want a process that will be much more consultative, that will give feedback, that will make them to be able to input, because we do accept that they cannot deal with these issues on their own. They have to work with communities in taking the process forward.
All right, thank you very much, Mayor Phumla Williams. As we hear that it's no surprise here, it's no shock that the City of Gold in some way is losing its glimmer when it comes to the services for residents here. We will hopefully be able to speak to MMC Dada Morero, the finance MEC, to find out exactly how much of the budget constraints in this city is responsible for the lack and the break in the service delivery chain. Back to you in studio.